Well, hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as Screenspeak, and I'm here today to talk about The Bad Guys 2 DOS. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright guys, so this is my second review for this week, I believe. I don't think there's anything else that I'm talking about this week, unless there is. I don't know. I got Wednesday coming up later. I had to postpone that. My mom is out of town, and I watched the show Wednesday with my family, and so I'm going to be a little bit late with Wednesday, but that's probably okay because, actually I should drop that video on a Wednesday, but Wednesday Part 2 comes out in a month, so I'll just have them closer together than, you know, I would have liked to watch Wednesday already. Oh my gosh, talking. But then I saw this today. There's another movie called Sketch that I kind of want to see and like talk about that. But I saw Weapons, talked about that, and now today I'm wearing the same shirt. I made the video for Weapons earlier today. Great horror movie, and now counter-programming with kid entertainment. I went and saw this by myself. I felt kind of weird, but I don't care. I like going to see this. And it's not like it was super kiddie, like Gabby's Dollhouse movie. I don't care. They show that trailer. I don't care. Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. But this is a great movie. This is a heist movie, right? And if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen the first one, to be honest, I think the first one had more heist elements, like tracking back to other heists, or like Professor Marmalade, you know, was more like, here's how we stole this thing. And I like the British, by the way, Marmalade in this film, he's back and he's kind of buff. It's really cute, and he's really so cute, and makes it funny, the fact that he's cute and buff. But again, in no way am I saying this film's bad. No, right? Like, I love this film. I'm not hating on it like I did Despicable Me 4. Just want to clear that up. But I feel like the British Professor Marmalade, like the accent that Professor Marmalade has in the first one makes it not. No, wait, like, okay, again, I just want to make this sound clear. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. I'm just saying it made it more cool. Like, he's like, no, I'm not the Crimson Paw. And then there's like the fact that the bad guys defeated him, derailed his plan, and all this kind of stuff. There was more of a threat. Now, there is a threat with the bad girls in this one, and they're attacking them, but there's no, like, heist. Yes, they steal gold, but it's not like harking back to, remember what we did before, and this is how we got there, kind of like in an Ocean's movie, right? I watched the first Bad Guys for preparation for this one. I was like, it's dope. This one is dope, but there's a little something missing. So, you know, the Crimson Paw, like, they become... I want to see more from this franchise. I want to see more. They become secret agents, and I think the thing about that, for me, kind of makes me think about Despicable Me, like the secret agent, you know, like the anti-villain league. But I think we're, in my opinion, where this franchise can continue in a better way than Despicable Me can. My God, I don't even want to go into Despicable Me right now. But because of the nature of what these two films have done already, I mean, granted, I didn't know that Minions 2 and Despicable Me 4 were going to be as bad as I thought they were going to be. But, I mean, granted, there's a little bit of goodness in Minions 2, but whatever. So, because Despicable Me 4 lost that little bit of heist element, or lost the charm of what came before, in my opinion, it's that this movie can still do heists as them as secret agents. Now, if they drop the ball and they just completely say, well, we're gonna just take out what Bad Guys was, and I don't even know if they're greenlighting a third one, but this one, the bad girls, what made it, Natasha Lyonne, I didn't even know she was the bird girl that was dating Snake. And I got to look up who the pig was. And Danielle Brooks was Kitty, who was in Minecraft movie and Peacemaker starting up this month too. I'm like, great, Danielle Brooks has 2 things starting up this month. 3 things. She's in 3 things this year. She was in Minecraft this year. She's in this, and then she's in Peacemaker. Peacemaker came out like 3 years ago, but I'm like, man, Danielle Brooks, way to applaud that. But there's some good voices in here. I mean, you know, the 5 bad guy voices, and then 3 new female voices in this, and the chief or the commissioner, she's called. Just great stuff being with the bad guys and having them die at the end, fake their death, and then become secret agents. Like the chief commissioner is working with them. Police commissioner, new commissioner, is working with them, and listen, it was a clever twist. But, like, that's the only really twist in there. I mean, there's some other stuff in there. Like, the beginning intro was setting up, like, their origin 5 years ago, how they work as a team, and then setting up, okay, they did the little WAG thing, like, setting up, like, the precursor to what happened before. And I like the score by Daniel Pemberton. Nothing is bad about this film, like, ultimately bad. I just thought the first one had a lot more, like, quick gags. Or not quick gags. There's a lot of great gags in here, and, like, the animation is stylistic. But, like, heist, like callbacks. I almost said references. Heist callbacks. Like, here's how we got this. Here's how we got this. And there's moments in there where, you know, they have a plan for the heist itself. Like when they're trying to take down the bad girls. But and the Crimson Paw, like the fighting and everything, top notch. I'll get into something else I liked in a second here. But that's just my biggest issue. After the film, I was like, it was fun. I liked the music. I liked everything that happened. But I was like, oh, okay, that's it. Not like that was it. Like, I wasn't, like, wanting more. I'll watch another movie. Like, I wish there was that dynamic more in this film. Another thing is, I don't know what happened. There's nothing about this film in particular, this Bad Guys film in particular, but, like, what happened to, like, I know that there's spin-off things, like, you know, like, okay, this... Like, you know, like, different version of Spider-Man, this animated version of Spider-Man, like, Peter Parker is voiced differently in Into the Spider-Verse. Like, you know, it's, like, not Tom Holland's voice in Into the Spider-Verse, Across Spider-Verse. Okay, but, like, what happened to the Halloween special and the Christmas special? Why wasn't it, like, the voices that voice them in the movies? Like, it's not even like it was, like, an Elseworlds project. It was, like, it's the freaking bad guys. Like, get their voices. Like, I could understand, okay... I haven't seen this project. It's the Mutant Mayhem, like 2D, like not the regular Mutant Mayhem movie. I've seen that, but like the series they made on Nickelodeon, like Paramount Plus. I don't know if those are the same voices from the Mutant Mayhem movie. I would assume so, but if they aren't, I can understand that because it's a different type of style of animation, right? But the Bad Guys Halloween special and Christmas special are the exact same type of animation quality. Just get that. And it's not even like, you know, DreamWorks... You know how Megamind, the second movie and the whole series was different done, but was different cast, but the animation was crap. The whole story, the whole team behind it was garbage. Actually, I don't know if the team behind it was garbage, but whoever made it didn't have something good on their hands. As opposed to Bad Guys, like the Halloween special and the Christmas special are legitimately good. Why didn't you just get those voices? But, I don't know. Maybe you know. And I'd like to know why. Like, let me know. But hey, the first movie's great. This movie's great. I just wish to tweak a little things, like the plan, not the planning of the heist, just callbacks of the heist. So that's what I'm saying. One of my favorite things of how this movie ends, you know, they fake their death by in the rocket ship. You just got to go check the movie out. You know what I mean? Well, got to know what I mean. Normally I do spoiler reviews, but like in this case, I don't like to spoil the movie heavy. Like I said, like they fake their death, but I don't like to just talk about detail. So, I'm sorry, I was all over the place. I was like, spoil. No. And the, Snake and, well, okay, so all the bad girls are in prison now. Like I said, I told you the voices. But the Bird and Snake, Doom. The Bird's name was Doom. I saw it on the cast. I was like, what? I just watched this whole movie and I didn't know that. Either I wasn't paying attention or something. I don't know. But Doom the Bird and Snake were in love. They were kissing throughout the movie, and they're like, why is his mouth? Why is her beak in his snake's mouth? It was really funny. Oh, and also there's somebody says the word jackass in this movie. I'm like to Mr. Wolf, and I'm like, well, this is a kids movie. There's kids sitting right next to me. No issue with kids. Like, there are families in my theater. I'm like, there's kids sitting right next to me, and there's a jackass. Okay. Yikes. So, that happened. But then at the end of the movie, throughout the movie, Diane Foxington and Mr. Wolf have like this chemistry, and they kiss at the end. And it was such a touching moment. It didn't feel forced. I mentioned in, oh yikes, I just did a review where I was like, I feel love interests feel forced. I don't think it was a review I made, or maybe I was talking to myself. It was like love interests feel forced sometimes, right? And this one, I was just talking about something recent. I have no idea what it was, but this one didn't feel forced. To me, it felt... Oh, it was Naked Gun, I think it was. I think I just saw Naked Gun. I was like, love interest sometimes can feel forced. But this one, it felt natural. Because they set it up... Like, if this was the first movie, I would probably think it would be so forced. But since this was the second movie, and they had time to grow from last movie, this movie, kissing at the end. If they had kissed in the first scene of this movie where they were having that little fight in Texel, I probably would have, I was hoping they did it the first time, but since they didn't, and then they did it at the end, if they didn't do it in the whole movie, I probably wouldn't, think about it. I'd probably be like, aw, but since they did it, it made the film a little bit better. So, I like that quite a bit, and anytime, I'm just going to keep going back to that scene. Diane Foxington is kind of cute, as a female cartoon animal character. Swear to God, I'm telling you, I am not a furry. I'm not trying to get canceled here. I am not trying to say anything weird. Just saying, I know she's of age, okay? Let me just skip that. But, that happened. And I thought it was a cool moment in the film. That's all I'm trying to say. So, all of you weirdos who are watching me and thinking I'm a weirdo, or all of you out there that thinking I'm a weirdo, I might be. Because aren't we all a little bit weird? That's okay. I don't know why I took such a deep pause and just stared at the camera. Alright, I'm done with that. I'm out of here. This film is I'm trying to remember, 8 out of 10. 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. You don't have to do the math on that one. I just make random scores. So those are my 2 scores. And an A minus for entertainment. That's what I gave it. So, yeah, that's my scores. I had a fun time with this. I see more. Like I said, I am strictly, so much, I have told my parents, when Minions 3 comes out next year, nothing. I don't care about going to the theater. I don't care. I'm just ready to see what the ratings are on that. I don't want to watch it at all. I don't want to watch anything Despicable Me ever again. Despicable Me, not Illumination. I'll watch the next Mario movie. But this film, I will watch this franchise forever. As long as it's good. As long as it's good, because, Despicable Me failed. But we'll have to wait and see, because, heist movies, Despicable Me was a great heist spy movie. And then they butchered the franchise. But this, hopefully they keep it on track. Let me know what you thought if you saw The Bad Guys 2. Great for kids, but one jackass swear. It's weird. Don't forget to leave a like. It's a little bit tense, but like I said, it's a great kids heist movie. But again, one jackass swear. Weird. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm and watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.